Okay. I'm here. I think I found a pretty good video to help me fix the crashes, but I kind of just want to like raw dog it. Like I want to just like get this through, get it done. We pretty much are done with talking about Ahtal, just like a few more minutes, maybe like another like 10 minutes or so. How long did the last stream last? How long did the last stream last? By the way, welcome back everyone. Live. How long did this last? It technically lasts longer than the last one. So we got about like 40 minutes to like an hour, 10 minutes before it crashes. So we got to do everything within that time. What's happening? I can't see. I have an ad. We are going to run it back. We're going to do this real quick. Raw dog, you okay, mate? It's very annoying, but I think I found a thing to like fix it. We're on a timer now? Yes, we are. I hate it. But it's okay. We're back. We're just going to continue immediately. We're not going to keep on yapping. We already know. We're currently on the last phase of Ahtal. We're talking about Ahtal's feats and everything.
Dazzling in the eclectic final moments of this battle for the ages, she, using the fine control she displayed for the Ahtal Nesto, will pick up, seemingly floating in the air, triple Dragonators, spinning them round.
Oh, whoa, she's doing something crazy. So that's what I wanted to ask before I literally crashed. Before I crashed, the string crashed.
Floating in the...
Is this like a hitbox? No, this can't be a hitbox. So Ahtal doesn't just shoot globs. It shoots out as a glob and then expands as like a net to like catch you in it. Right? Because yeah, this isn't like a hitbox thing. Because even like he had time to have an input and it still did it. So like it expands as a net. Yeah, that's not hitbox. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Damn, this
triple Dragonators, spinning them round and targeting the would-be adversaries. Now, you can flash her out of this, but come on, that's boring. She will launch them at you like... Well, I mean, she's firing a dragon!
It says world? No, it fucking doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't. Don't lie to me. No, it says wilds. Wait. Yes, it says wilds. Wait. Yes, it says wilds. Don't do that to me.
Dragonator at you! That's a way to ruin your day. That's not good. That's not what you really want. Oh, and this is where everything comes to bear. You have to dodge, weave, and thing is, that's about it. The actual ecology and lore on this majestic specimen isn't too extensive. They are a mystery. This is the only one that's ever been discovered. The guild wants very much to research them, but it's a difficult task. They can also release huge amounts of incredibly...
Oh, the video we're watching right now has world. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay, my fault. Yeah, I think he used to do this when he talked about older monsters in like these like discussion videos. He would be like, I think it should come to world, and that's why he has it in world.
Potent scent markers that smell their territory out for miles around to ward off other creatures, which is how they are able to live such a reclusive lifestyle.
That's a good thing that he does. So Ahtal can shoot, while being protected inside the cocoon, can shoot webs through the cocoon.
Ward off other creatures, which is how...
Okay.
They are able to...
That's good. It's good to know. Okay,
to live such a reclusive lifestyle without bumping into other monsters, only really appearing when they go and destroy a fortress. Hell, they can even decide, you know what, I kind of like this castle I just ransacked and killed everyone. I'm gonna make it my home. And then that becomes a new Ahtal nest. They also, in the mech form, can cause precise tremors in the earth for huge spikes to raise out the ground, but, you know, in terms of the complications...
See that? It's like trapped. It's like an actual webbing trap. This isn't just for effect. these do hold you. Nice. It's being naughty, so I'll just talk to people in chat. Oh, okay. Okay, Speed.
In the earth for huge spikes to raise out the ground, but you know, in terms of the complication of the fight, there's really not that much. It's just a lot of timing, a lot of dodging at the right point, and just knowing when to strike. Essentially, I said timing 3 times, but it's just a spectacle. It's challenging, and it's honestly one of the better major monster fights that they've ever done. She is really worthy of her position and rank, and I love mantids. I really do. I think they are phenomenal insects. Probably my favorite one. They
Okay. Oh.
can strike with such speed. Like, honestly, it's as real life to...
Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead.
as you can probably get.
That was a pretty good one. I think he just talks about... Okay, I think he kills it right here. So we'll just, like, look at it, how it looks when it dies, and then I think that'll be it. Don't fuck with me. Do not fuck with me. Okay.
Is in the description, and yeah, my name has been Josh. Please like this if you did enjoy it, subscribe, hit that bell so you actually see them, because YouTube's recently having quite a fit and just not showing people my videos, so you know.
Wait, does this suggest, because look at all the silk that was coming from
Been
its
Josh,
back, from its
please
abdomen. It's like shooting a bunch of silk, or a bunch of silk is like creating like down. Does this suggest that constantly Ahtal is constantly keeping these structures up? Is this what it suggests?
Like this if you did enjoy it, subscribe, hit that bell so you actually see them, because YouTube's recently having...
Josh, be quiet. The moment it dies, these walls start to fall apart. And the webbing starts to come undone. Is that what it is? I thought that was obvious. Well, okay, sometimes, again, like how we think the storm that Ahtal, when she gets into the mech, the storm creates, it could just be for effect, but I think this is like an actual upscale. Like, this is actually what's happening here. That's pretty damn impressive. Because again, the moment Ahtal dies, these things disappear, and so does the threads. So that means constantly Ahtal is keeping these structures up. So these big ass walls and metal and crap. It's like all of this, she's keeping up constantly. It's like her things are being severed here. That's what it is. That's very impressive. Yeah. Damn, that's right. Okay. Thank you so much, Josh. Thank you so much, Josh. And we're good on that. Now, let's go to here. Let's go to Paint. Can I upload images to Paint? Can I? Hold on here. Oh, I don't think I can. Can I? No, I don't think I can. Oh, I can! Oh, well, can I move this? That's the question. I don't know if I can move this. Can I move this? Can I move this? I want to move this. Is there like a select tool that I'm like blinking here? Can I? Oh, this? No. This? No. Can I move this? How can I move this? Can I move this? That's a brush. Magnifier. This is a type. This is text. Yeah, this is eraser. Can I move this? How do I move this? Can I move this? I don't know if I can. Do you guys know if I can move this? Because I want to, like, have Ahtal here, and then, like, here, And then the arc that it's facing currently is like over here. I want to do that, but I don't know if I can even move this. I don't know if this is like Photoshop. I can do that. Whoops. But can I just want to move it over here, man. Go to the selection. Selection. Okay, what now? While you're doing that, the more male Ahtal eats, the more she starts to turn golden like the males. So would that make a very golden Ahtal a tomboy? I don't know if that'd make her a tomboy. I guess you could call her like a gold digger or something, but I don't know if a tomboy is accurate. I haven't watched the video yet, but Ahtal does just take the arc tech and make a mech out of it and wins. Right? I will say that if Ahtal Call was able to get the materials of the arc and turn it into something to even reinforce its giant Nestio, yes, it would just kind of win, I believe. By the way, Spot, Bolt Reaver Astro's drawing. I know about the drawing, but we need to talk about this because we're finally talking about. We're actually going to get to like the discussion. We're going to answer the question: does Ahtal Call solo the arc from Arc Raiders? Okay, you said go to the selection. How do I? Okay, I just got rid of this. I hate this. How do we learning about paint and Ahtal Call tonight? Yes. Chump, how do I do this? Is it select all? Oh, it is. Rotate. And then we flip. Yes! Yes! We're doing it! Art Giga versus Anjanath, who wins? Probably Art Giga. As much as I love Anjanath, probably Art Giga. Just because of the extra mechanics that it has. Like the enraged state that it does. But I could be wrong. I also think it's probably like the same size as Anjanath, maybe just even bigger. I think Art Giga. Okay. I know we just have it here. But hold on. Arc Raiders chart. Do I do size chart? No. Chart should be fine. Size chart. Don't piss me off. I literally have this on my phone right now. It's like the first thing that comes up. Arc Raider size chart. Why am I getting different image results? Why am I getting different image results on my computer and on my phone? Like, significantly different. Fucking, okay, Reddit. I know there's one on Reddit. Is it this? Might be this. Okay, here it is. Save image. Arc Raiders. Size chart. Emoji. There we go. Okay, hold on. Son of a bitch. Fucking whore. God damn. Do this. Do vertical. Okay, we're gonna put him down here. And then I have to go grab the thing that Viper sent me. My first stream? Hello, Thunder! Hello! Welcome in. The thing I sent you with Ahtal call? Yes, I know. I'm opening Discord right now. If it opens. Okay, well, fuck me. It's not opening. Well, just when you think everything is going good. Ahtal call size chart monster hunter. Oh, wait. Wait, no, that's not it. Wait, is that it? No. Son of a bish. I don't know why. So it's what? Hello, unknown. Hello. Why in fuck's name is this not opening? Oh my god. First stream back in a while, and the stream and my PC and everything wants to test my patience. Everything wants to test it. Everything wants to test it. Do I fucking send it as an email and then do I open it from my email or something? Because, like, what in God's name is happening? Maybe it's on Reddit or something. I've never played Ark. What is it like? It's an extraction shooter, PvP VE. So you fight Ark robots and other things. If you kind of want to know, if you kind of want to see gameplay and things of like the Ark robots, look at my other VODs from today, because the stream has crashed multiple times. So we went over the Ark robots, and now we're gonna be ready with over Ahtal. But if you want to see the Ark robots and things of that nature, you can look it up. I think it's neat. It's probably just not for me, but I think it's neat. This? Okay, that shit was fucking fake. Okay, that was completely false advertising. I'll look at the VOD after the stream finished. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. It's not that I'm trying to be unprofessional. It's just that my computer is actually working against me. It's actively working against me. Because I just need to simply grab an image from Discord, but for some reason, my computer's like, listen, Discord? That, ugh. That app? Ugh. Ugh. And it's just not opening. Look at this. Hold on. Make sure I don't have anything, like, that I'm not going to be showing anything. Is it because I have other appliances? Look at this. Trying to open it? Nope. Trying to do it again? Nope. It's literally just not opening. It's just not, like, it's just not opening. Do you own the Monster Hunter, the official complete, I don't know what you're trying to say, military? Open task manager and forcefully close it. Where is that? Task manager. Can I look that up on the thing? Task manager. Okay, here it is. And then forcefully close it. So, what do I... Oh, snap. There's like 8 things attached. Do I end task? Is that what it is? Is that what it means to like forcefully close it? Is that it? End task. Okay. End task. Okay, did that. Now, come back over here. Open Discord. Oh, there you go. It works. Thank you, cheese. W cheese. W cheese. Because now I can get this fuck ass image. And bring it over, where's Viper? Where's my Tele Viper? Save this. Can I save image? Ahtal size chart compare it send image. There you go. And now I'll close Discord because fucking Discord takes up CPU and shit. Supposedly. I don't know. That's what Tiger said. I'm deadass just following what Tiger said. Okay. So now we open up the gate, bitch. Or maybe we just do this. I think, actually, yeah, we'll just do this. We'll do this. And then we'll have a telecall over there. Oh my god, I can't even have two thing. Hardware acceleration. Jeez, you're making me do a lot of things right now that I just don't have time for. Although I should follow your advice, but I just don't have time for it. Let me go to downloads. No, that's the queen. Whoops. Size chart. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Okay, here we go. This is the size chart for the arc comparisons, like the bigger arc. And this is the size chart for Ahtal. By the way, the Baron is the what's it called? They called it to like the matriarch. I think they renamed it because this literally looks like the matriarch. So, the Raider is 2 meters, so it's about 6 foot. The Hunter is about 6 foot, so this is pretty damn close. So, Ahtal would be about the size of the Queen's main body. About. Maybe not as bulky, but about the size of the Queen's main body. About. Two meters is not 6 foot? What do you mean? 2 meters is like basically 3 feet, no? A meter is 3 feet. Is it not? Or is it, it's basically 3 feet. What, is it like 5'10"? It's 2 meters, 5'10"? Two meters is close to 7? No. A meter is 3. Okay, hold on here. Things I do. Meters. 2 feet. Yeah. See? 3.2 feet. So it'd be like... So 2 meters would be like 6 foot. It's like be like 6 foot and a half. It'd be like 6 foot and a half. Okay. Okay. Oh, whoops. So, what is this then? How tall is the hunter here? The hunters are probably like 10 foot. But that's kind of crazy. So does that mean like everyone in Arc Raiders is like super tall? I guess we never get like confirmation. I guess they're just like super tall in Arc Raiders? Right? They kind of seem like they were like 5'10" on the taller side, but like... That's kind of crazy. Well, okay, to be fair, this is Baron. And the Baron should just be the matriarch, no? Is this not it? I mean, this is kind of old. I mean, to be fair, this is kind of old. This is kind of old. So they might have updated the sizes and size comparisons and stuff. Because the Baron / the matriarch, which is what this isn't that much bigger, if not bigger. It's pretty much the same size as the queen. The hunter is 5'8". I think it changes from game to game. But the hunter is not 5'8". Like, I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen a 5'8" person. Either they're 5'8", no. No, like, comparatively, if you just, like, no, I just don't think 5'8". Really? The hunter is always 5'8"? That's crazy. The hunter always seemed, like, taller. I always thought the hunter was, like, 5'10" to 6 foot. I guess if you include armor... Okay, hold on. If you include armor, then yeah, okay. Because it definitely puts inches in your height. Okay, then I guess, like, standard hunter for the male is 6 foot. Okay. Or not 6 foot, is 5'8". Okay. I mean, we specifically saw the size comparison between how the queen looked when you were right next to it versus when you were right next to the Baron. Like, the Baron might be just slightly bigger than the queen, but it's not this much bigger. I think the size chart is a little bit outdated. I think the human to queen size is correct. I think this is correct. I think this has been the same. But the Baron / matriarch is what it's now called, is definitely not the same. In charge of Dorma? I can't think of it right now, military. So, if this is true... So, Ahtal would be about the size of the queen's, like, main body. However, that would make the mech significantly bigger than the queen. No. Because if we're taking this as truthful, right? then the hunter is about the size of this toe. But like this, okay. Well, to be fair, if we consider the raider is like 6'1.5" always, although that doesn't look correct, but unless everything's fucking upscaled in arc raiders, right? That would just mean that the Emperor's Throne, that's cool. That's a cool name. The mech, it's just like straight up bigger than the queen. You should scale the images to have the guys at the same size. I guess, I mean, how the fuck would I do that? I guess if I just like, how the fuck would I do that? So it would be, no. Be like that, right? And the queen, Ahtal, or most of them on hills. I don't know. Oh, like this, like hills. I don't know. That's a good point actually. What is this? I guess it's like elevation, but I don't know why this has elevation. But like the matriarch is the only one that doesn't. Use the top left image. Oh, okay, I get you. To like. Or I think I understand what you're saying. Wait, to like. Unless I just quickly Photoshop this and you guys see like me Photoshop stuff. L size comparison. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know how to like do things, okay? You guys know I'm an actual idiot. Like I'm actually dumb. The mech size can vary based on the materials Ahtal has. That is also true, but we're going to assume it has this. Not you, the chart. Oh, okay. Is this about right? I feel like this is about right. Hold on, if I like do this. That's a oh. That's about right, no? If I could put it like more down. Yeah, but okay, but here's the thing, right? The hunter is 5'8", and this guy's 2 meters. I think this is outdated, by the way. It's not called the Baron anymore, and in terms of the actual size, if you look at it in-game, it's not this much bigger than the Queen. In fact, I think it's straight up either the same size as the Queen, or it's, like, slightly bigger because of a bulkier frame. So, like... So, like that. There you go. That's a good size comparison. The monarch is bigger in terms of, like, yeah, okay. The queen is actually bigger, I think. In terms of bulk, the queen is actually, I think, bigger. But it's kind of like a, it's kind of like a Celtis queen versus like a Nursilla kind of debate. Although I think Celtis queen's actually just bigger. Why don't you use the full body one? What do you mean? What do you mean, Viper? Just use the full body one. The Nestio image? Oh, okay, you mean this. I guess I could. Is that Lord? Whoops. Is that fucking? My God. There you go. Is that lore accurate, Hunter? Is that a lore accurate, Hunter? Like that? Is that good? Okay, so we have the size down, which I think, okay, I'm not gonna hold you. The Emperor, the King, the Matriarch, all these are probably different and have been changed. This, by the way, this art right here, this thing, was from like a while ago, even before the game released. So we actually didn't know what the Baron... So the Baron's name got changed and the size got changed. This might have been a rough estimate of how they were before. However, the Queen was in the alphas and stuff. So I believe the Raider and the Queen... I believe this is correct. Even to now, I believe this is correct. If not, the Queen might be slightly larger. Slightly larger. But this is pretty much correct. That's probably why all these use the Queen's design. Because we don't actually know what the Emperor and the King look like. We kind of knew what the Baron looked like, but it's not even called the Baron anymore. It's called the Matriarch. And the Matriarch, this thing, is only like, maybe like this much bigger. Like where the Queen name is right here. That's maybe how tall, like, this thing up here would be, comparatively. It could be slightly bigger, but, like, I found it in-game. We've seen footage of the Matriarch and the Queen. They're not that much bigger. The Matriarch is not that much bigger. They are not that much bigger. So, if we compare it... then damn. That shit's kind of crazy. Isn't there an opacity thing in tabs? Is there? Is there? Hold on. Let me... Hold on real quick. Hold on. Because remember, we're on a timer right now. We're on a timer right now. We are on a timer right now. Is there an opacity thing? So we're just gonna use this as like a base. No. No. That's the stats. No. 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 Is it this? File info? How long left? That's a good question. I don't even want to think about it. Is there an opacity thing? I didn't think there was. Oh wait, is it here? Oh wait, no, is it edit? Oh, hold on here. Okay. Saturation, sharpness, shadows, highlight, contrast, exposure. Enhance. No. Is it this? If you open the file in Paint, maybe? Maybe. But I don't think I can get 2 images in Paint. I think it would delete the current image that's on Paint. At least I don't think so. Okay, but for now, we can just, I guess delete this. For now, so we know that the queen, at least I'm very confident that the queen image right here is accurate. This is accurate. Whether or not it's 2 meters, whether he's 2 meters, 1.7 meters or something or whatever, right? It doesn't matter. The size comparison of human to leg to queen size is accurate, I feel like. It's very accurate. I've been underneath the queen. I've been in front of the queen. This is accurate. Right? The Baron slash Matriarch, which is this thing, which does look like this, is maybe slightly bigger than the queen. Right? So take the queen and just upscale it like by like here, maybe. And so we compare that to the mech. Yeah, the mech is definitely bigger. The mech is definitely bigger. Again, we are assuming this chart is accurate. We're assuming the chart's accurate. How tall is the Nesto compared to the Emperor's leg? Small. I don't want to move this. We have a good comparison right here. I don't want to move it. But it's small. Assuming this is correct, because again, this is how they initially had it. This is initially how the Baron was supposed to be in terms of height. But in reality, in-game, the Matriarch, which is again the Baron, whenever I say Baron or Matriarch, I'm talking about the same thing, by the way. He's actually closer to the queen size than it is like this large. So the Emperor actually might only be like down here, which is still fucking massive. It still outscales the mech, but still. Do you guys know how I can get those cute plushies? Is Spot Table's chill room? Oh, I believe they're on like Etsy and Amazon, and I think like official Capcom websites. Some of them. Some of them, I believe, are actually handmade. I believe like some of them are handmade from Etsy. Okay, so we got that. Whenever we want to, like, bring this back, we can do that. Select all. What the fuck? What the actual Don't screw with me. Why is Paint like this? I know it's not like Photoshop, so it shouldn't have the same thing, but like, why is it like that? Why is it like that? That's kind of bullshit. All right, hold on. Let me try to put... Ahtal call back in this bish. Okay, well now, now nothing's showing. Nothing's showing. This is why I don't like computers. This is why I never wanted to ever do anything related to computers ever when I was growing up. This is why I don't like shit like this. Ay, my hand. Okay, let's see here. How do we have a visual representation of fucking... We can't insert images, or we can! For some reason, they're not showing up. For some reason, they are not showing up. Select all. They're not showing up. I don't know. I don't know why. Jarvis, explain why. Jarvis not explain why. Damn, that's crazy. Inverse? Remove background. Jarvis, get this shit out of my face. Do a copy and paste from Google? Let me try that. Let me try that. Ahtal call image Monster Hunter. Copy image. And then shaboink. We did it. W Viper. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we start, let me get, like the Arc Raider, like the Arc robots, like images of them. So Arc Raiders, Arc robots. Okay, this is the Rocketeer. We got a Tick. Arc Raiders, Arc Wiki. Okay, they have like they do not have PNGs of this shit. Why? That's a good question. Despite the game being out for a while, there's a lot of cool cinematic like shots and crap. Like there's a lot of cool things, but like can I get a fucking PNG or something? Maybe it's here? Guide all Arc enemy arcs here? No, they're like pictures. Can I get some PNGs? Right. Okay. 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 Let me just set this up real quick. I'm just gonna be copying and pasting this shit. Copy image. Go to paint. Go to paste. Go to here. Go to copy. Go to here. Go to paste. Go to here. Go to the Hornet. Go to copy. Go to paste. Go to the Tick. Copy image. Go to here. Copy the thing. Go to here. Go to the pop bomb. Copy image. Paste. Here. Oh, there was also some arcs that we haven't talked about, like the Turret, Sentinel, and Shredder. But if I'm being honest, none of these guys do anything to... None of these guys do anything to Ahtal. The Sentinel might be able to, like, do a decent, like, hit, and maybe the Shredder, but, like, they don't win. Do I talk here? Surveyor, copy image, paste. Surveyor is bigger, so we'll, like, just kind of, like, do that. Because it is significantly bigger. Okay. For now, this is what we got. We got the small guys. We got the little guys. If I had known I'd prepare a size comparison for today, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it was gonna be this ass. Today's streams have been scuffed. Right? So, what do we got here? These are all, whoops. We just have little guys. These guys don't do anything to Ahtal. If you wanted an actual, like, visual representation of, like, size comparison, let me do this real quick. No, let's do Tick. Right? Well, let's do, like, a medium-sized one. Let's do a Hornet, which is, like, one of the larger ones. Right? Copy image. They don't do anything to Alfesto. If you want to know, like, the size... So the human... Okay, hold on here. If a human is about, like, hit this leg right here, then the actual depiction of the wasp, which is, like, one of the bigger machines that we had up here, it's about this big. It's about, maybe, you know what? I'll even extend the size a little bit. It's about this big. Alright, describe the chicken, no dips, Ahtal. Damn, that's kind of true. Right? This is the size. This right here is the size of, it's the size of Ahtal. Ticks aren't doing anything. The wasp paralyzing thing isn't going to do anything. This claw is literally coming down and killing this thing expeditiously. Wasps aren't doing anything. Surveillors aren't doing anything. Pops aren't doing anything. Nothing's doing anything, right? We gotta... Okay, now we gotta just, like, kind of, like... get rid of this. Now let's go over here. Let's go to the Bastion. Or this is a Bombardier. And the Bastion and the Bombardier are pretty much the same thing. And comparatively, you are about the size... No. Well, yeah. Comparatively, you're about the size of a Bombardier / Bastion's leg. So if I were to flip horizontally... it'd be about this big. Comparatively, a Bastion would... Well, no. I'm sorry. When you actually... Well... Actually, yeah. That's about right. Is this the Bombardier or a Bastion? What is this? This is a Bombardier. Yeah. Okay, but consider missiles. None of the robots that we were talking about up to this point had missiles. This one had missiles. Oh, my back. We made it to 55. Speed, don't talk about it. Just don't talk about it. So, the Bombardier can pretty much destroy most of your shield if you have heavy. right? The Bombardier and the Rocketeer pretty much have the same level of destructive force between each one. It has an if you get close to it, it has a pulse that can send out to, like, push you away and damage you. So, okay, so we're good on, like, the size comparison, right? Because, like, this leg and this leg, it's about the same. Yeah, this is pretty much the same. This is pretty much the same. This thing might be bulkier, but in terms of height and maybe length, Ahtal has it. But, like, it's pretty much the same size. Okay, now we get pen. Let me, like, upscale this thing. So this thing could shoot bombs at Ahtal. Ah! Alright, I know, my depiction is amazing. Right? So this would hurt Ahtal, especially if it hit the head. An explosion from a Bombardier would hurt Ahtal. Right? Now, here's the thing. I don't think Ahtal... Okay, how about this? I think the Bombardier would be able to get some shots off on Ahtal, like a few, like 1 or 2. Like 2 or maybe 3 max. Right? And however, after that, Ahtal will no longer be moving slowly. Ahtal is going to be moving. And so Ahtal will come in, right? For the attack here on the Bombardier. Now here's the thing. Ahtal could probably just fucking lift this thing. Right? Ahtal's strings are strong enough to keep hold of the entire nest that it has. Huge Dragonators, bigger than Ahtal itself. And I think Ahtal could just flip this fucking thing. Bro's making a let's play. I know, hold on, let me get rid of this. Right. So while I think the Bombardier has weapons that could hurt Ahtal just has more speed, has the ability to just straight up lift this thing. Or at the absolute minimum, even if you don't want to glaze or anything, it could flip the Bombardier. From the string feats we saw with Ahtal, it could flip this thing. Right? Omega would cook Ahtal, in my opinion. Oh yeah, Omega would cook Ahtal. But we'll talk about a Bombardier. And even though it has pulse cannons, it hurts the humans, but it doesn't even kill humans as much as the rockets. It would maybe discourage him from doing something, from doing a full-on assault, but I think Ahtal is a crafty little bugger. So overall, I think while the Bombardier could hurt Ahtal, if Ahtal actually got serious, it would just simply flip over the Bombardier, start attacking it, and these pincers are going to shred through this. Shred through this. So, the Bombardier loses. Yes or no? The strong part of Ahtal is like it's like a tail, by the way. Yeah. I think like low to mid diff. Yeah, low to mid diff. And this is accounting just Ahtal by itself. No, not including the mech, just Ahtal by itself. The Bombardier has things to hurt Ahtal, but the moment Ahtal gets serious, it's game over. We agree on this? We agree on this? Okay. Now, get rid of that. Now we gotta look at the Bastion. Which, the Bastion is pretty much the exact same thing as a Bombardier. Holy fucking pixelated. It's a little bit different. Actually, funny enough, I think the Bastion just does worse. I think the Bastion just does worse. This is... Yeah. Yeah, here we go. The Bastion, instead of rockets and explosions, has a minigun that can shred through humans incredibly fast. But the same thing applies here. Actually, it does worse. The moment Ahtal is pushed to any kind of limit, this thing doesn't have a pulse thing. Does it? No, I think the Bombardier is the only one that has it. The Bastion, I don't believe, has the pulse when you get up close to it. With Dragonair, a big wheel would be low diff. Yeah, this is all assuming that we are not giving Ahtal the Dragonators or anything yet. This is just Ahtal by itself. So far. Right? So, this thing's fucking dead. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie to you, gang. This shit's cooked. This thing's cooked. It has actually, like, less... because it has less, like... It just has slightly less than the, Bombardier. The Bombardier would win if Ahtal wasn't so fast. I could maybe see that, right? Because, again, the Bastion and Bombardier's, like, fire rate is crazy. And if we are giving these arc infinite ammo, it's, yeah. The speed for Ahtal is definitely going to help it here. Alright, now, okay, we're getting on to some of the interesting ones. Well, I say interesting, actually. I think, I think the Leaper does just worse than even both of them combined. The Leaper is just straight up Ahtal without the sauce. This thing's main thing is to body check you. And you're not body checking a motherfucker that can literally lift up entire walls and Dragonators bigger than it. You're not body checking this dude. You don't have the bulk. Dude, are you fucking kidding? This thing is literally like trying to copy his whole flow. You're not doing it. You're going to be melted down and used as parts for its mech. This thing is just straight up like a low diff. Like the biggest low diff you've ever seen. Yeah, this thing's cooked. By the way, do you guys remember, you guys were here, right? You guys remember the explanation that when we covered Arc Raiders, when we were covering these robots, you guys were there, right? So, like, you understand what it's capable of, well, you've seen what it's able to do, you've seen it, right? Just to make sure. I know I lost some of you because of the crashes, but you guys do understand, right? I might need to open up of that video again of Legacy Gaming going over the robots. Mostly, yeah. Sadly, I did not. No. Okay, hold on. Let me bring up that video again. We're not gonna watch it. We are not gonna watch it. But beat Arc in Arc Raiders. We're not gonna watch it like right now, but for like how do you say this? Oh my god, look, Rage Gaming videos. Just for like we can like get a refresher when we go to like the Queen and stuff. We need to like have this on deck. Legacy Gaming. Is it this? Arc Raiders Ultimate Arc Right. Stop dying and defeat them quickly. Is it this? I don't remember. Is it this? No, it's this one. Wait, no. Wait, you know what? I can just upload it. I think I have it on in my history. If I go down... This video? No. Hold on. History. Hold on, hunters. Hold on. This video. Okay, got it. I got it. Got it. Got it. I wasn't there, but I played the game. Okay, cool. I was slightly asleep while the stream was happening. If you just drop her into Arc Raiders, she wouldn't have any of the normal tools like Dragonators. That is true. She wouldn't. However, she's big enough to take on... she's big enough to take on Leapers and things of that nature. And if I'm being honest, if we just kind of dropped her into Arc Raiders, there are, like, scattered around, like, dead Arc that's, like, you know, a part of the world and stuff, right? Like, big, like, husk of, like, large Arcs. She would just kind of just reconstruct herself a new, like, mech with enough time. There's scrap lying around. Yeah, she would. I mean, granted, she would have no Dragonators, but she'd make use of these robots. Like, she'd kill it and then make use of it. So it's not like she'd be, like, defenseless. I'm thinking, what would she use otherwise? She might use... So these Leapers specifically have things where, like, if you kill them, there's a chance you can get a part from them. Where it's like their, like, it's like their, AoE attack. As a grenade form. So you grab its, like, core, and you could throw it, and it's like an AoE. I think she would do something like that. I think she would use it. Or she would use, like, the spider, like, dangly thing here as, like, maybe, like, a hand. So, like, each one of these things would be, like, a hand or something. I know, my wonderful depiction of a hand. Alright, and then, like, BAM! Like, crash it into something. I don't know. She might just straight up make the arc again by using her threads. Right? But anyways, so that's done. Okay, finally one... We're actually probably gonna have to give her a fucking... Well, okay, it's not that big. We're gonna have to give her, like, we're gonna have to actually, like, give her, like, a Dragonator for this one, I believe. The Rocketeer. By the way, the Rocketeer is smaller than the Bastion. So, it's actually still decently large. It's, like, this big. Like, comparatively. Like, comparatively, it's probably about this big. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger. Yeah. Yeah. I'd have to believe if these were an actual crossover, the Ahtal Nestero would be a crappy matriarch. I mean, kind of. I mean, it'd be a cool matriarch, but yeah. Remember, she copies the shape of what she encounters. That is true. Right? Okay, so... she's going to need a Dragonator. If we are assuming... Wait, by the way, I've been assuming up until this point that we're kind of just, like, out in a field. Do we give... Okay, do we assume the fight takes place first, like, in a complete white area, see how she does, and then we can move, like, the arc into her, like, nesting area? Because I'm fine with, like, leaving it, like, as a white canvas, like, right here, right? Like, it's like a white battleground, and they're just gonna fight each other. Right? But, like, do we just give her, like, like, eventually, as, like, a thought experiment, we're like, hey, we can, like, put you inside your nest area. Give her a building. You know, we could say there's, like, a building, right? We could say, hold on. Like this. We could say that there's, like, a big building like this, right? Just, it's, like, one big building, and she could use it as leverage. She can use it to climb. Something, right? We could say that. We could say that. But getting onto the Rocketeer, the Rocketeer's explosions are pretty much just as devastating as the Bombardier's. The only issue with the Rocketeer is that it flies. And I'm not gonna lie, it can schmooze. Like Ahtal Call, it's not... It can be a bit slow, especially when it's shooting, it stands still. But it can move really quickly if it's trying to find you to, like, reposition. I think this is like a mid-diff. Just because it's going to be hard for her to reach it. But, like, one goal, like, one... Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Like, one or two just kind of, like, you know, like, things, right? And it webs up, it gunks up this. Or this. This thing is instantly falling to the ground. This thing is instantly falling to the ground. And she'll just shred it. While she will get hurt by it, kind of like the Bastion, it's not even actually as bulky as the Bastion or the Bombardier. Right? And we've seen with, as we saw in the gameplay with Ahtal Call, that she has, like, specifically, like, goop, like a large glomp, that then, like, expands at, like, a certain radius. Right? Right? So it starts at the goop, and then after some time in the air, it expands like a net. She has that Spider-Man in her? She does. So while I actually think it would be more difficult, because more challenging than the Bombardier and Bastion, I think because it actually has less armor, and the fact that, like, the moment it's, like, brought out of the air, or it gets, like, when these routers gets hit, it is immediately on fraud watch. And she'll be able to just kind of, like, just literally dissect it. Like, do you see how, like, absolute, like, thin this shit is? She's cutting right through that. It's more about, it's not about if she can take it down, it's more about how long does it take her to take it down. And I don't think it will take her very long at all. Says she'll probably face anything head on. I mean, she does, right? We encounter her, we face her. She doesn't, like, do another Kuga, or, like, she doesn't, like, dig under the ground. She doesn't do anything. I do know what you're saying, Speed, but during the fight and everything we've seen at Ahtal Call, she is completely confident in her abilities, and she'll just kind of just, like, take you on by herself. I can't picture what she would do of trying to redirect a missile. Would she try to redirect the missile? I don't think she would. If she does... Okay, also, this is assuming she doesn't have the Dragonator. If she has the Dragonator on her back, or a large, like, rock, or just a large piece of a building, like, on her back, right? Like, she might just be able to, like, swing, bam, into it. Right? The moment it starts shooting. Because Ahtal Call isn't actually stupid. That's the thing about this whole thing. Like, I know it's kind of funny for me to, like, say she's going to do all this shit. But she really can. She's not a dumb monster. The bombs would wear her down. It would. But I don't think to the point where she would, like, get her mech. They are both nimble in their own right. But, like, Ahtal Call has more options to take down the Rocketeer. And the Rocketeer stands still when it shoots. And that's a big opening. Oh, she has the IQ to understand mechanical weaponry? Oh, 100% she does. If she throws a building, she can win? Yeah, she throws, like, just straight up, like, a thing. I know, she kind of looks like she's looking through a window right now. But, like, she can do this. Yes or no? Like, beats the Rocketeer, like, mid-diff. Beats it, but takes some damage in the process. More than the Bastion and the Bombardier. Thoughts? Yes or no? And while you guys are saying yes or no, I'm going to turn on the light because it's starting to get dark in my room. Yeah, webbing it out of the air. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. And yeah, I mean, yeah. She will definitely take damage. It's gonna hurt her. But, you know, that bug armor gonna be coming in handy. She's absolutely defeated, hunted before many times in a new environment like this. I don't think she would face something head on unless she's confident with her abilities to defeat it. Okay, we're not doing it. We're not doing like a what if she was dropped into Arc Raiders. We're talking about if she was put against each robot individually, can she beat them? Speed. But I do like that idea. Again, Ahtal is very interesting of a monster to put in Arc Raider specifically. I thought about putting the construction monsters, so like the Guardian monsters, because, you know, they are man-made. But then I was like, I don't know. I think Ahtal is just like more interesting to talk about. And also, Guardian Dashaguma ain't doing shit to a Rocketeer. He just doesn't have the range, unless the Rocketeer all of a sudden comes to the ground. If anything is able to build its own mech, then it's smart enough to clog fans. Yeah, it is. That's the biggest thing here, right? Like, Ahtal is an animal, but she's a clever animal. Not necessarily smart, but she's very clever. Guardians can't even leave Iberia, that's true. It's almost out of charge. Gotta go, my phone. Okay, bye, Thunder. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, with that, the Rocketeer is defeated. Now. It's time for the big boy. Or the big girl. It's time for a cat fight, hunters. Holy crap, that's super pixelated. But low-key accurate. Like, yeah. This is pretty much the size of the queen. Are we doing she wins or she can break it down? I guess both. I suppose both. Right? I suppose both. It's more like it's kind of like how we were doing it with Gogmazios versus non-Elder Dragon monsters. It's like, can they break it down? Maybe, but would Gog win most of the time? Probably. I mean, okay, theoretically, a lot of, like, the Bastion, the Bombardier, the Rocketeer could win against Ahtal, theoretically, if she just stood still, didn't do anything. But it's like, would she lose realistically? Right? More times than not, like, she encounters a Bastion. She's just dead? No. So, yeah. But now, we got a queen on our hands. We got two queens here. And for, again, reference, this is more accurate. This is more accurate to Ahtal. Ahtal is about the size of the main body of the queen. About. In terms of, like, length and maybe, like, height. But in terms of bulk, it's about the same as a Bastion. Or actually, it's a little bit bigger than a Bastion. Actually, she might even be smaller than the queen's main body. Slightly smaller, I actually think. Because, again, she's not bulky, really. She kind of like twigs. So, the queen, for once, actually... So a Arc robot finally has the size advantage, most certainly, against Ahtal. Now, here's the thing. Let's talk about Ahtal without the mech. We give her some Dragonators. We give her, let's say, 2 Dragonators. Is she losing to the queen? This is like a high diff fight. This is like a high extreme diff fight. And the main reason why I say that is because of this. Where is it? Can we get some footage? Is it here? Because of that damn beam. Have we discussed Ahtal's weight? We haven't, but I didn't know we were able to quantify that. And we also can't quantify the weight of the arcs themselves, so I feel like it's kind of redundant to talk about her weight, but that we don't know the weight of this. Yes, this laser, the super piss laser over here, this shit would kill her. I'm not gonna lie, this thing I think just straight up bisects. I think it just kind of bisects her. Because this isn't like an Acantor, or I'm sorry, this isn't like a Gravios beam or an Agnactor beam. This thing melts. This thing melts. Molten, like, rock and metal. Like, within seconds. Hold on, can we see it from right here? No, you can't really see it. I mean, you can kind of see it here. I swear he shows it. Does he not show it? Oh, he shows it right here. Yeah, look at this. It's literally so hot that even just it touching him just like 1 or 2 times almost killed him. Right? Look at this. It's hard to... you can't really see it. But it, like, this is like some Fatalis... This is some, like, Fatalis / like, Cold to Roth type of heat. This shit is no joke. And it being concentrated, I think it just kills her. Can Raiders tank that? No, they cannot. It's hot around it, yes. Like, look at this. Right? Look at this. This isn't even touching him. But it's burning him. That's how hot this shit is. Does he, excuse me, Miss Kuropeko, or Mr. Kuropeko. It's a she. It's the queen. But yes, it does actually use it a lot. Does it use it, like, it has this, and then it has bombs. It's like it's only 2 movesets. It only has, like, 2 main attacks. This super devastating laser, and then, like, rockets that are stronger than a bombardier and a rocketeer explosions. I'm not gonna hold you. I think there's a case to say that Ahtal could win this. Because she could theoretically get on top of this thing, and this thing has literally no precautions. In my eyes, to actually get Ahtal off. Well, the Dragonair is attacking here. Attacking the head. Like, if we plug in the controller, I could see it. But, like, its weaponry is so much. And it's so tanky. I could see Ahtal tripping the queen with silk to the leg. It's true. We can't underestimate Ahtal's, like, strength here. Oh, wait. I forgot to tell you guys, huh? Or I forgot to show you fellas. Is it here? Or is it? The queen is almost always... Or not a queen. I'm sorry. I guess the queen too. The queen gets help from it. It's always escorted by a rocketeer. I leave for 2 hours and you're still on this? Of course I am, Gnarly. We gotta actually talk about this. It's a versus video. Excuse me. The queen is almost always escorted by a rocketeer. This isn't a random rocketeer. When the event happens, a rocketeer is always with the queen. Bro, just announce the winner. Gnarly, I will ban you. Shut up. So this queen dynamic thing? Yeah, that's what I said. So I think... I think if we give Ahtal like a building, some rocks, some things like over here, let's say Ahtal's over here. I think the Queen plus the Rocketeer is just winning against Ahtal. I think it is. But that's just her by herself. Now, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room. Address me, head ass. The fucking mech is way bigger than the Queen. The mech? That's how it calls a mech? Now, I'll give some... I'll be a little bit fair. This metal is probably not as durable, as strong as the futuristic metal of, like, the Queen or the Matriarch. But the size is crazy. The Queen to Ahtal herself is what, like, the Ahtal's mech is to the Queen. Now, I will say that the mech is, like Viper said, clunky. However, the Queen isn't that fast. This thing, unless you are specifically aiming for the threads to, like, actually, like, untie the puppet so it falls apart, this thing can take a lot of fucking damage. Now, there is still a big issue of the laser. But I'm not gonna hold you. Like, one good stomp from, again, the absolute melee power behind this thing. Just dodge it. Yeah, that's funny. The absolute power between the mech when it slams down literally sheds aftershocks, like shock waves, and can completely, like, uproot and create, like, small craters. Of course, we don't actually see craters in the game because it was older Monster Hunter, and, you know, for game mechanics and stuff, we just don't see that. But this thing, when it slams down, is way physically stronger than the Queen. One smash on the Queen's legs instantly puts it down. Well, I'm sorry. Instantly puts the Queen, like, shambling on the ground. It cannot move as well. And then after that, it's kind of GG's. The Rocketeer can't do anything to Ahtal the moment it's in the mech, too. It could just beam through the threads. It could. I think it could. Right? But the Queen doesn't primarily use the beam. The Queen does use the beam. However, it's not going to... It just can't... Okay, how about this? I understand the beam is a win con. It is, 100%. That thing's crazy dummy strong. It's just dummy strong. However, I will say that the win con for the Queen is the beam. The win con for Ahtal is the entire mech. Right? And this is assuming that Ahtal doesn't gump up, because we know that Ahtal can shoot threads while it's in the mech. It doesn't gunk up the legs. It doesn't gunk up the rocket thing right here. It doesn't gunk up anything. We're just straight up going band for band in terms of brute strength. Taking into effect the Dragonators, taking into effect that when she's out nimble, I think she just has it. I think she loses when it's just Ahtal by herself. Whoops. When it's just, whoops. When it's just Ahtal by herself, I think she loses. Including the mech, I think she wins. Losing a leg or something would make it fall apart. It does fall apart, doesn't it? It's true. How many threads does it need to be destroyed? I think... That's a good question. I think... So, like, you can knock off things, but I think... Like, this piece and then, like, something, like, up here could be broken off, and then I think, like, it kind of collapses. I think this is still a high diff fight. But instead of just kind of outright losing, I think she still takes it. Because I think she'll tank. So the mech would probably, like, if she, like, if the queen lasered one of its legs, right? It falls down. Ahtal would then understand that the laser is dangerous. And so what will it do to try to avoid that? Either get under it or get on top of it. Right? Web it up and try to restrain the adversary. And I think it can. I think the fight gets drawn out more when we include the mech. But I think she just wins. I think she wins. I think the mech doesn't win that much over the soul bug. Wait. I don't think the mech... I think the mech doesn't win that much over the soul bug, not gonna lie. Are you saying that, like... the mech... Like, introducing the mech doesn't improve Ahtal's chances all that much? Is that what you're saying? F word. I think... She doesn't get that much of advantage of it. But here's the thing, right? She does get an advantage. In terms of size and strength, it's an advantage. In terms of tanking damage and understanding, like, the threat, she gets an advantage. Right? The mech is pretty much a free get out of jail free card, right? It's pretty much just a free get out of jail card. It's slower. That's the thing, though, right? The queen is fast, but if the queen is in front of the mech, the queen isn't moving. The queen isn't, like, swerving left and right, right? It's not doing that. One stomp from this mech will break these legs and instantly cripple the queen. You do have to, like, it is slower. But the thing is, the queen, when confronted, and doesn't have to, like, let's say the queen's over here, right? And I'm over here. The queen will move actually decently fast for its size to get to me. The moment it's in front of me, this thing is pretty much stationary. So in a confrontation, the queen actually isn't really going to be that fast in reality. It can move, but it only moves fast to catch up to you. When it's in front of you, it doesn't, like, try to stomp you on purpose. It just kind of does because it's so large. The queen has no defenses. It doesn't really. And here's the thing, right? Like, it literally doesn't have, like... So if we scale down... Like, if we scaled up the queen to the actual size of the mech, it still wouldn't be as strong as the mech. She completely relies on her bombs and her laser. Right? The queen is slow, and it doesn't have that much physical raw power behind it. So that's why I'm saying, like, in a confrontation, And this is assuming that the queen doesn't try to bomb the Nesio, the mech, instead of using the laser. All right, we're kind of just assuming that the queen, like, just straight up like spams its laser. If I'm being honest with you, we are kind of assuming that. And I'm pretty sure they mentioned in the game that the arcs have cheap metal because they're mass produced. That is true. You have to also keep in mind that, like, you can take off the plating from a queen, a leaper, fucking... And, wow, I didn't even think about that. That's a great... That's a great point, Viper. I completely forgot about that. In terms of, like to us as the player, as the raider, these guys have strong armor. But, like, what are we shooting them with? We're shooting them with, like duct-taped guns and gun parts. It's a post-apocalyptic world where we have to, like, make our own guns, and they're not manufactured. We can't just go to a gun store and buy them. That's why wolf packs and explosions are actually super effective against Arc. Because that can hurt it, but, like, a fucking pea shooter, aka my kettle, isn't doing shit. But the fact that I can knock down a queen's armor with a Pharaoh, which is like a one-shot, like bolt-action sniper kind of, is crazy. So the queen's defense actually isn't as impressive as I was thinking. I was thinking that the queen's defense is like if we made it today, right? Damn, that's crazy. No. For sure, a Dragonator is destroying one of these legs. While damaging the cables, that's true. The more damage that it does... Okay. I think... While damaging the cables... I mean, it kind of doesn't always show its cables, if I'm being honest. But... Oh, by the way, if the queen does use its laser, it exposes a weak point on top of its head. So let's say, theoretically, the queen were to, like, shoot and, like, get these back legs or get the tail or something. Just barely, like, gets, like, some of this, but doesn't quite finish off the mech. If the mech rears up and steps on the fucking queen, because look at the size difference, that can 100% happen, the queen might just explode. If not, it's, like, completely on fire, and it's not looking good. To the point where Ahtal Call by itself could probably just finish it off. I think Ahtal straight up mounts the queen. Then here's the thing, right? The issue with that before, with just Ahtal Call, was the Rocketeer. If you can't see that. The Rocketeer is over here, right? But if the queen's destroyed, and the Rocketeer can't even do that much damage to the mech itself, to Ahtal Call's mech, either she kills the Rocketeer and then goes into the mech to fight the queen, or she goes into the mech, kills easily this thing, because when it stops to fire projectiles at... When it fires projectiles, the Rocketeer, it stops. And that's the time to, like, hit it. And then now it's just one-on-one with the queen. The Rocketeer can't shoot in the queen's direction? Are you sure? Pagan, I'm out, y'all. Bye, Pagan. Goodbye, Pagan. Is that a thing? Is that a mechanic? Where, like, if you're, like, underneath the queen, the Rocketeer will not shoot at you if you're underneath the queen? Is that true? See, I think the queen will start spinning its head around until it goes faster and faster, and then eventually you start hearing you spin your around, baby. I mean, with how... I'm telling you right now, if Ahtal Call gets on top of the queen, and there's no Rocketeer or anything, there's nothing the queen can do to get it off. Unless we assume that unless we assume Ahtal Call is like on top of where the rockets are, so like a whole Jindahad Omega situation happens. That just seems unlikely. I'm probably gonna go buy. Oh, bye, Happy. I think. Okay, hold on. Hold on here. I'm gonna make a poll. Including Ahtal Call's nest. Including the nest, so including the mech. Who would win between the queen and Ahtal Call? I did see Ahtal Call as equal to the queen. Wait, are you saying just the Ahtal Call's mech? Or are you saying Ahtal Call by itself? Or are you saying Ahtal Call with the mech is equal to the queen? Which one? Just the bug? That's not crazy to say. That's not crazy to say, Viper. I feel like Ahtal would find a way to use her strings to mess with the queen's joints. I also think that, but I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't want to seem like I'm glazing her. I still think it's funny that how the mech looks like Jin. It does look like Jin. Okay. With 8 votes, funny enough, actually, people, even if the rest of the people vote for the queen, Ahtal Call still wins the vote. That is true. We're kind of assuming that queen won't just straight up just constantly spam. Which, actually, during fights, like when you fight the queen in-game, it actually doesn't... Let's say it fires, like... let's say that it fires 10 attacks. Right? Including the beam and the rockets. How many times did it shoot the beam out of those 10 attacks? It probably shoots it like 4 to 5 times. I think it uses its bombs more. Okay. Hunters. Ahtal Call wins. Ahtal Call wins the vote. Now here's where it gets kind of bad for Ahtal Call. Even with the mech included. It is concerning both lore accurate and gameplay, right? Kinda, yeah. Let's be honest, it can string up metal to make mech if it likely stopped a mech from moving with said string. This is where it kind of gets really bad. I'm not gonna hold you. Because next up is the final boss, the Matriarch. And oh boy. Oh look, we can even see like a person right here. We can see a person, so we can literally like angle that to like think. Which actually, it's actually pretty much perfect. Wait, is it? If like this is here, actually no, it's bigger. The Matriarch. And I'm not gonna lie. Okay, if we just do the Matriarch by itself. By itself. I believe Ahtal wins. Right? I believe Ahtal wins. Because the Baron / the Matriarch has explosions, but it doesn't have like a one-shotting beam attack that like the Queen does. What does the Matriarch do? I've seen nothing of it. The Matriarch is a bit bigger than the Queen. I don't think it's this much bigger, but it's definitely bigger, I think. And it has the same kind of play like the Queen, right? Same kind of weaknesses, but so the Queen and the Matriarch both shoot out like lobbing kind of like projectile explosions, right? However, actually, can we just see this? Can we hold on here? Is the Matriarch here? Matriarch. Arc Raiders. I know that's not how you spell it, but I don't care. I just need to do this quickly before the thing crashes. I can show you here. Oh no, wait, there was one from Legacy Gaming. Where is that one? Rage Gaming, no, Myth, where is it? Here? I think it's here. Yeah, here. Is it this? It is. So we'll have this in the background. So this is the Matriarch right here, not these. So the Matriarch can shoot rockets like the Queen, but slightly different than the Queen. The Queen lobs in an arc. Fine enough, I say arc, right? In an arc formation to people, but as you can see there, it doesn't quite do an arc, right? It kind of actually follows you. It's not perfect homing, but it's like aim assist, if that makes sense. On top of that, it has... oh, shit. It has not a huge beam attack. The beam attack from the Queen is way more devastating than anything else that the Matriarch can do. But it does have these things. It has tear gas. It can shoot out 3 tanks of tear gas. Right? So it shoots out this thing. And tear gas comes out of it. And this isn't poison. We've discussed this. Because it doesn't kill you. It doesn't break your shield. Doesn't break your health. It drains your stamina. So we're accounting this to more like tear gas. And it has another version of this where it's like giant like missiles. But instead they're flashbangs. Powerful flashbangs. Right? So, it's not... other than that, the Matriarch doesn't actually have anything else physically to really do anything. Like the Queen, it doesn't do any physical damage. Of course, it could step on you, but that's not really doing much, right? It's just because it's big. So it has bombs that have, like, aim assist. It has tear gas, and it has flashbangs. Right? On top of that, it has... Is it here? A shield. See? A shield here. So you see these little dots? It's a big-ass shield to help it protect from projectiles. We discussed this when we were looking at this video. We were looking at this when we were watching this video. This stops projectiles, but we came to the conclusion that it turns on velocity. So how fast an object is going is what actually stops it. Because you can actually just walk through this shield. And once you're past the shield, you can damage it directly. However, so we said that the mech, Ahtal herself, and the mech, right, could walk through this. But things like the Dragonair being thrown in it, like the wheel, the things, like things being thrown at the mech, this will block. What kind of shield is it? It's, I don't know, it's like a shield? I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. Literally how I described it is how it is. How durable is the shield? We talked about that. We talked about, like, gameplay-wise, there's nothing you could do to this to make it break. You can't break this shield. You can't break it. Once it's up, you just kind of have to wait until it comes down. But we said that was but we say that's a gameplay. That's a game mechanic. Right? Because you see these little dots? These are like little machines that make up the shield. But here's the thing. The shield isn't over the little robots that are making the shield. It's actually like a web connecting them. So the robots are exposed to the outside, but you can't destroy them. That's why we're saying that it's a mechanic. So theoretically, you could actually destroy these things, but for gameplay's sake, you can't. But we're saying that if like a building were to fall on like the matriarch, like a bridge or something, it would either outright completely break. It would break the shield and damage the matriarch, or it would just completely break the shield, but the matriarch would be fine. What if the Dragonairs came from underneath the monarch? That would damage the matriarch. Because again, everything inside the shield can damage the matriarch. It's only things outside the shield, like projectiles, that can't harm it. Right? So see how he's trying to shoot them? And things of that nature. See? And now, you just can't do anything against it. Now, here's the thing. If it was just the matriarch, I think, I believe, Ahtal with the mech wins. Right? Actually, I think Ahtal does better against the matriarch because, the matriarch doesn't have, like, a big fuck-ass laser to fall up on. And tear gas wouldn't do anything. The flashbang actually probably would stun Ahtal. But I think that, like, how fast Ahtal could be in using its webs, I think it's actually a better matchup than the queen. But is it smart enough to hit the doohickey? Or the doughy? Maybe. Depending. If it was an experience Ahtal that has faced these before, potentially. First time facing it, probably not. Where did the shield bots come from? The shield bots come from the matriarch itself. Like, it releases them and they create a shield. And, of course, the matriarch has the same weak points as the queen. You break its legs. You could break its legs. It has the little joint, the yellow joints. You break that, bam, falls off the leg. However, there is actually a big weakness that, if I can follow it here. Is it here? Where is it? So pretty much there's a big ass, like, it's when you do enough damage to the main body of the matriarch, its core is shown. And you can shoot the core. And they'll do some fatty damage to it. Where is it, though? Is it here? kind of hard to see. He zooms in on it one time, but it's hard to see. But pretty much, unlike the queen, who has like a what do you call it? Like, it has a weakness, but it has to do an attack first. No, if you start to damage the main body of the matriarch, eventually... Oh, wait. Here it is. Here it is. Eventually, it'll start to open up. And you see this white here? This is like... This normally isn't here. But after you've been damaging it for a while, its main body opens up, and you can just attack this area, and it'll do damage. Right? You see this, like, glowing bit, and this, like, white bit are the same things. And this is a big enough gap for a Dragonator to go through. In my humble opinion. So, I believe Ahtal versus just the Matriarch wins. Right? I believe it is. Here's what makes the Matriarch so dangerous, though. Here's what makes it so much more dangerous than the Queen. It's not the Matriarch itself. It's the little, and by little, I mean the Bombardiers, the Bastions, the Rocketeers, and the Leapers that it summons at once. And it can summon them in waves. Listen to him right here. Listen to him right here.
Yeah, so the Matriarch itself has a couple different abilities. And the first ability is that it can call down waves of reinforcements.
See, there's a Bastion, there's a Rocketeer.
What did we fight?
I think that's another Bastion right there.
We fought, obviously, the Matriarch, a Bastion, a Bombardier, a Leaper, swarms of Wasps and Hornets. There were some Fireballs down there. A Rocketeer.
And, Hornet, and here's a Leaper. This thing calls in waves of these things. And now, it doesn't call in multiple of the same arc, but it can call a Leaper, a Bastion, and a Rocketeer within a second. Those guys could be there 1 second, 2 seconds later, they're there now. 3 of those big guys. So, the Matriarch itself isn't actually super, super dangerous. It's the fact that, like, it has these big guys protecting it.
Ability is that it can call down...
Adeline, oh, hello! Hello!
Waves of reinforcements. What did we fight? We fought, obviously, the Matriarch, a Bastion, a Bombardier, a Leaper.
By the way, I still think this is funny. I still think this is really funny.
Swarms of Wasps.
Like, this thing gets absolutely
Hornets.
destroyed.
There were some Fireballs.
And this Leaper saw his like mate get destroyed.
Down there,
like,
a Rocketeer, like the endless waves of enemies that it called in.
Jumped all the way the fuck up here. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, that's the humongous elephant in the room. That when you fight the Matriarch...
step in the right direction.
You don't just fight the Matriarch. Oh, hold on. Damn it. My fault. You see that? These, things get... Okay, hold on. I'll go back. These things being called, this, like, little, like, things... Right, hold on. Is it gonna show... Damn. I went back too far. There you go. These things, it's getting called. See? Boom. A Bastion. And then, boom. A Rocketeer. All in a second. Right? Oh, hold on. Let me check. Arc Raider is just AI era Monster Hunter. It kind of is. So when you fight the Bastion, you're not just fighting the Bastion. And even if you kill the Rocketeer, even if you kill the Bastion, even if you kill the Bombardier, the Leaper, it takes about... maybe about, like, 4 or so minutes. Like, 3 at the, like, minimum to, like, 6 minutes max before it calls in another waves of these guys. So, here's the thing. Here's my thing. I think... Okay. See, by the way, this is the Bombardier compared to the Matriarch. And the Ahtal's nest is, like, slightly bigger than the Matriarch. These won't be a big issue. However, these are big enough fellas to actually, like, chip away at the nest and at Ahtal's health itself. So either this is the most... Okay, so I believe Ahtal wins kind of just outright against the Matriarch itself. But the moment it starts introducing other huge arcs, like the Bombardier, the Bastion, and the Rocketeer, it's just going to be... It's going to be the most extreme diff fight ever. I'll animate this. Yo, Viper, you animate this? That'll be actually super goated. I'll make an entire video on it if you animate it. I think it can be done because unlike the Queen that has like a one-shot laser that can instant melt like things like this, like in a snap of a finger, it doesn't have it, but it still has rockets. I think in a blank canvas, like let's say we were given Ahtal this area right here, right? This is like everything right here is same setting, but instead we have like Ahtal and Ahtal's like nest over here. I think it's an extreme diff. I think Rocketeers, Bastions, all these things are dying. It's going to be a graveyard of metal. But I think the thing could win. But it kind of depends on how the fight goes. It's one of those things where it's so like it's so close that I can't tell. Oh wait, hold on. Someone's calling me. Give me one moment. Okay, so the full horde equals to the complete arsenal of Ahtal and GGU. Yes. Now here's the thing. Let's say we put the Monarch. We put a few Rocketeers. We put like 2 Bastions, and we put like 2 Leapers. Right? We give him everything at the start of the fight. But we put them in Ahtal's nest. So there's string. So hold on. Rage Gaming Ahtal fight. But we put everyone in Ahtal's territory. This area. How is she doing? Right? I think she does better. No? Right? Because it's kind of hard to see, but like all this like silk being strung up in the air. I gotta see where like the wheel is. Yeah, look at all this. Look at look at that. Whee! That's funny. And now instead of getting like 1 or 2 Dragonators, she has like 10 of them. What do we think? I love this monster. I also love this monster. What do we think? So we put the... I think it kind of depends on setting what reinforcements specifically the Monarch plays out. And if Ahtal's mech could just kind of can kind of finish off the Matriarch fast enough. The Matriarch is actually slower than the Queen. If only by a little bit. By a bit. But it is slower. It's noticeably slower because it's bigger. Right? I kind of want to see like this, right? So as like the Rocketeers, the Bastions are flying, it's getting caught in these like golden, thick silk traps. Now, if you walk into them, you're instantly trapped. And remember, Bastions and Rocketeers are pretty much the same size as Ahtal. They are the same. The Bastions and stuff are the same size. But Rocketeers are slightly smaller. Just slightly smaller. Right? I think... Okay, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me if this is fair. If the Monarch gets to summon a bunch too, right? Like a ton of Arc, so the Monarch's able to summon Rocketeers, Leapers, Bastions, and whatnot, right? Then I think it's fair to give Ahtal the, like, Battlegrounds advantage. So we put everything into Ahtal's playing field. Is that fair? Is that fair or no? By the way, I do have to go... I have to go get some water right now. My throat's getting a little dry. Both get everything? Okay, so including Ahtal's Trap of a Nest, it has now... Ahtal now has like 10 Dragonators. It has the wheel. It has the mech that it can summon twice, at the very least. Let's say it can summon it twice. And the Monarch gets its shield, it gets everything, and can summon... like a Rocketeer, a Bastion, and a Leaper at the same time. But it can only summon 3 large arcs at the same time. That is also gameplay driven too. It doesn't just spam, you just don't show like 7 big arcs all of a sudden, no. It's like 2 to 3 that show up. And then it takes a little bit, and then he summons like 2 to 3 more later. So that included, what do we think? Again, I do have to get some water, give me a second. Alright, got my water. I got my water. I got it. No, I didn't crash. I just got water. Got logged in at work. If you end stream before I come back, hope you have a good day. Ah, bye, Gnarly. He probably wasn't here. Damn. Bye, Gnarly. Wrong. It works there. Okay. Okay, so I want to put up a poll. Oh, never mind. We only have 5 people in here. I don't think it would matter. It sucks that I kept on crashing. We lost a good amount of viewers because of it. But, oh hey, hello. I'll still vote. No. I even know you were streaming till just now. Yep. Yep. How many were there in the first stream? I think on average there was about like 18 to like 22 people. And like we were able to consistently keep those people until again crashed. And then we were able to get like 12 or 13 and then it crashed again. And then now we have okay a decent amount, but then of course it just kept on kind of crashing. Because it's way more yapping than discussions. People aren't willing to like kind of like keep the stream open, but that's okay. Oh, vote? Okay, we'll vote. I'll put a vote up and we'll just kind of keep it up. So this is the last one to see if Ahtal calls solos arc raiders for now. Who wins? The matriarch versus so we've already discussed everything about the matriarch. We've even gone over it like a second time. Versus Ahtal Call with everything in their advantage. Well, Ahtal Call getting multiple Dragonators, gets like 2 calls, gets to recreate its like mech twice, is in its lair, and the matriarch has its gets to summon like multiple arc every like 6 or so minutes. Ahtal Call everything. Who would win? Who would win? Apparently 300 people have seen the first stream. I mean, that's cool. Again, we're giving Ahtal Call and we're giving the matriarch everything at their disposal. Like, everything. The matriarch can call in like, leapers, bombardiers, and things of, like, rocketeers. But, Ahtal Call can call its mech twice. Has, like, 10 Dragonators that can call in whenever. And it's in its own lair. So it's in the nest. It's in the area you fight it in. It's, here. Okay. Here. The fight will happen here. In its own lair. This is where the fight will happen. So there will be, like, strings of, like, silk, golden silk for, things to get trapped in. It has the home court advantage. What do we think? What do we think? You say a Kit Kat? That shit was good. Hey, died. Neat. Alright, now that that's there. Or well. I think I still have... Yeah, here. We'll watch the Matriarch video. I don't know. Now, who do I think would win? I think it could go either way, depending on several factors. What type of arc get called in? How quickly the Ahtal call takes the fight seriously. I think it would take it seriously, considering it's facing something huge like the Matriarch. But like how quickly it gets into it, how many hits off, how many hits does the shield take from the Ahtal call mech? I think it could take like 1, max 2 full powered hits from the Ahtal call nest. How much damage, how many Dragonators, how it uses Dragonators, how it uses its silk to bind other arc. There's so many variables here. But I think if we were to give Ahtal call everything, and we were to give the Matriarch everything it has, I think it's like a extreme diff. It's like a 50-50. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Because let's say the Matriarch calls in a Bastion, a Bombardier, and another thing, right? That and a Rocketeer, right? That could be really difficult even for someone, even for the mech. Because it will like start to shoot at the threads. It'll start to do like chip damage at the mech and like start to hurt it. But if the Monarch were to call in, let's say, a Bastion and a Leaper, and then maybe another Leaper or another Bastion, or it doesn't even call in a third one. Let's say it only calls in a Bastion and a Leaper. That Leaper's not doing anything to the mech. It gets outbodied by Ahtal call itself. And the same thing goes for here. I mean, we discussed individually how these matchup goes, right? It depends on so many factors that it's really hard. In my heart of heart, I think Ahtal call could win. I think Ahtal call, well, how about this? I think Ahtal call could win if it was just like Ahtal call versus the Matriarch or the Monarch. Is it actually, it's the Matriarch actually. I don't think it's the Monarch. I think I've been calling it the Monarch sometimes. You guys seem to forget that liking the stream helps it pop onto people's feeds. Oh. I mean, I forgot about that. Right? Yeah, so like, how many Rocketeers get called in? If those Rocketeers and Bastions get caught in the silk webs that are just kind of lying all over the arena, right? Like, it really just does depend. Because I have to be fair to the Matriarch. I want Ahtal call to start the fight, not in the mech. I want to be fair. Like, I want the fight to start off with Ahtal call versus the Matriarch, right? Just versus this guy. Not on fire, but just this guy, right? And as the fight goes on, the Matriarch calls in other arc to help it, and Ahtal call goes into its mech, right? And so, like, I'd give it 55%. I'll give, out of 100 fights, I give 55 of those to Ahtal call. Right? And I'd give, like, the other time to, I give the other times to the Matriarch. I say that because if we started off like this, the Matriarch isn't physically strong. It's actually slower than the Queen, and it doesn't have that one-shot beam that the Queen does. As tear gas, and it has bombs. All things that I think, the tear gas actually probably just wouldn't affect Ahtal call that much, because they could just simply move out of the way. And the bombs, while they are destructive, if Ahtal call is on top of the Matriarch, or just underneath it, it can't do anything. And then throw, let's say I give Ahtal call one Dragonator to start the fight off with. One Dragonator it could use. I think that damaged the matriarch enough to want to call in other things, and the moment that Ahtal Call feels super threatened, it'll get into its mech. And by then, I think he already starts off with some damage. Again, this is all like fan fiction. Use small arcs as ammo? Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. Yeah, he just like let's say like a leaper dies, Ahtal Call just like throws webs at it and just like uses it as a fucking flail and smacks the matriarch with it. That'd be crazy. Can the matriarch drop the other arcs on top of the mech? Theoretically, that's possible. Yes, like she said, I'd assume so. But it would just kind of be like... It kind of just have to be lucky to do that. It doesn't do it on purpose. How about that? It wouldn't do it on purpose, but theoretically, it is possible. Oh, that's why it's called the matriarch? Yeah, that's why it's called the matriarch. I think so. Hold on, let me check. Let me check the thing. How we doing? With 8 votes, Ahtal Call is winning. How smart is Ahtal Call? Near human? I wouldn't say that. I'd say like I think smarter than a primate, but not quite. It's like a weird in between primates and straight up human in terms of intelligence. Like Ahtal Call is pretty darn clever. The Ark lack intelligence. They do lack intelligence, but they do excel in cooperation because they all share like one hive mind. What if he uses the other robots as projectiles? He could, but then the matriarch, remember, has a shield. It has a shield, remember that. Well, although, to be fair, the shield isn't always up. It's just really hard. I think it's really close, like really close. But... Oh, we also have to keep in mind that the armoring on all Ark are weaker. Yes, the bigger they are, the stronger the materials is to make them. But in general, dude, you can take them, you can like break down a queen or a matriarch's armor. Okay, well, to be fair, maybe not a matriarch, but a queen's armor using like an anvil, which is like a handheld pistol. Like a bolt-action sniper rifle. Because remember, we take down these guys with like pea shooters. They're literally like stitched up guns. Because it's post-apocalyptic world. And we're all in hiding. And, you know, like we don't have things to manufacture a bunch of like strong weapons. I want the plushies so badly. I would like these plushies. Okay, we might not have a bunch of people right now. It might even be like half of what it would normally be. But that's fine. For now, with 10 minutes on the timer, with 8 votes in, 75% people say Ahtal Call with everything wins against the matriarch with everything. So there you go, hunters. There you go. You have more votes than viewers. That's crazy. That is. There we go. Currently, the current amount of arcs, everything that is currently in arc versus Ahtal Call wins. So does Ahtal Call solo arc raiders? Yes. For now. Until this fucking huge thing. Until this hold on here. Until this massive thing. By the way. Rip Bozo. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Get out of here. Until they add this thing. Even if this isn't like accurate, even if this is like half the size, that's still way bigger than the mech. Until they include like the Emperor and the King over here, like these two things, then yes, Ahtal Call does solo arc raiders. Let's see. Arc versus... Oh wait, hold on. versus Arc Raid Shadow Legends. Raid, that's a big, don't know why I did that. Versus this. Or no, let's just do this. Ahtal Call wins. Shut up. You guys are so fucking annoying. Fine. I'll change the arc. You guys are so goddamn annoying. There you go. Arc. Oh, Arc Raiders. There you go. Is that supposed to be a K? What do you mean? What do you mean what's supposed to be? It's R-A-I-D-E-R-S. Raiders. Arc? Raiders. Oh, you're saying if this is supposed to be a K. Is it not? Is it? No, it's Arc. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Arc. Arc. A-R-C. A-R-C. It's not like Arc Evolved. Like, the game Arc. Arc Survival. It's not like that. It's like arc, as in like a curve. If you add a D, a dinosaur will appear. Exactly. So, what do you guys think about today's topic? Ahtal Call versus Arc Raiders. Do you guys agree? Do you think there's some leeway here? I think the matriarch could actually win. I think this could be like an X. If we assume the matriarch like kills Ahtal Call, but I think Ahtal Call has enough to just barely win more times than not. Barely. Bro, it's too big brain for the robots. Fun. I know, right? This was interesting to talk about. We actually did like a versus, like a crossover versus battle on stream. I would have normally actually would have liked to do like all this, like I would have actually liked to do all this as a video, but I have so many videos lined up that it just would have taken forever to get through this, to actually get to this video. It would have just taken forever. So I just decided to do it for today's stream. Since today's stream is all about yapping. It's all about yapping. Oh my god, sexy. Look at that yap. There you go. Well, I can do this. Yap. There you go. Inspired me to animate, so all good. My animations are crazy though. No, you're good, Viper. Valid opinion, I think. I don't know about Arc Raiders, but I'm biased to Monster Hunter. Yeah, I'm also biased. But, like, okay, under normal circumstances, if, like, we gave Ahtal Call just, like, Ahtal Call and nothing else, we didn't give her mech, we didn't give her Dragonators, she would die. She would, like, hard stop with the Rocketeers and Bastions. And Bombardiers and stuff of that nature. She wouldn't be able to take down a Queen, I don't think. Well, probably, but the fact that the Queen is almost always escorted with a Rocketeer, not that the Rocketeer is summoned, it's like they both spawn in together. It's like a Celtis Queen and Celtis fight. Like, you can't get a Celtis Queen without a Celtis in the fight, you know what I'm saying? I think she stops there. But if we give, you know, Ahtal Call her Dragonators, we give her the mech, yeah, I think she does. Bolt Reaver Astalos drawing? Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Speed. Can we actually push that to next stream? Because I do have to end the stream soon, but I have to actually show you guys. I'm going to push it to next stream because I got to show you guys the Discord. Now the question is, Wednesday is New Year's Eve. We streaming or not? I'm pretty sure we're streaming. I got an ad. Heart. Oh, yo. I gotta show you guys. I'm sorry. I gotta do Bolt Reaver. Keep in mind, I will be doing Bolt. Oh, no. No. Okay, bye. We gotta. Wait, actually. Let's take a screenshot of this so we keep in mind who did win. I gotta show you guys the Discord. And I'll put the Discord in the description, but I'll also firstly actually put it into the chat. And I'll pin it. Today's stream was fun. It was. It's nice to do these, you have time? I don't actually. I don't have time. I actually kind of have to rush this a little bit. And besides, there's not even that many people here. Okay, well now they're starting to actually get more and more people. What are you guys doing here? I gotta show you guys my Discord. Because I actually did make it. I did make it. Have you seen Primal? No, I've seen clips, but I haven't. If you would have Elder Dragons react to being afflicted with madness, zombie virus, that'd be kind of interesting. Maybe be like the frenzy virus, kind of. Would be more fun if we didn't crash. It would have been. It would have been way smoother if we just didn't crash like 3 times. 3 times? Right, 3 times? This is the 4th stream, right? We've crashed 3 times. Right? I'm not wrong. Yeah, we've crashed 3 times. Oh, shit. Nah, that sucks. Okay. Because I don't know when the stream's going to crash again. Such a short stream, only 2 hours. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know when the stream's going to crash again. So I'm going to... let me pull up Discord real quick. Let me grab the link so I can post the link into the chat and have it pinned. I will then today make a community post telling people that I have a Discord. Alright, and I'll put it in every description in every video from now on. And yeah. Yeah. Let's do this. There's nothing here that I don't want to show, right? Okay, unlike something like Twitter, Discord doesn't show anything like private, right? I don't want there to be another thing that happens like with that Twitter thing. It only took like 2 months. Shut up. I know. Right? I don't want another Twitter accident to happen. Discord, right? Discord doesn't show anything, right? No. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. I haven't seen anything of, like, my name. I mean, I don't even have my name as my account thing. I made it all, like, spottable, everything. Invite the server. Let's copy this link. And let's put it into here. Discord is very good with privacy. Great. I'm putting the Discord link in the chat, and it'll be pinned. And I'll show it on stream for a little bit. And then I have to leave. Like, I really do have to leave within, like, 5 to 10 minutes, Hunters. I think I do. And besides, you know, we've spent more time. I've done more than an extra hour this stream. So we pretty much started almost at 12. We didn't start exactly at 12, but even if we did start at 12, and we started for 4 hours, which is normal stream time, that would have been 4, plus the extra hour would have been 5. It's currently about to turn 6 within a minute. So we've done more stream, okay? We've done more stream. Pin message. Hey, what welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Chump, good to see you. Everyone have a look at the rules, the announcement, the community, and everything. So let's go over the rules just real quick. You guys should be looking at the rules. Unlike my chat, I will not tolerate shit in the Discord. Alright, this is for everyone. You guys can be silly, you can say some such shit in my chat. Don't fuck around in the Discord. I'm telling you that right now. I'm being serious. Don't fuck around. So, what do you call it? So we got rules, just be respectful, no spamming, keep discussions appropriate, no NSFW stuff, okay? If a meme's a little spicy, sure, right? Showing, like, I guess it could be by, like, thing, but, like, yeah. Like, just keep it appropriate. I'm not gonna say, like, you can't show anything, but I'm just saying, like, don't put, like, gooner shit, okay? Who's that orange guy on the right? Are you talking about Whopper over here, or are you talking about you? Oh, snap. Actually, because you guys joined before I even had this all set up, you guys aren't even going to be members. I'll fix that. I'll fix, Cake and Viper. I'll fix that. Don't worry about that. You guys can talk over here. Bro, I'm getting nerfed already. Also, no spamming. Do not spam. Do not spam. I mean, you could say, like, two things. And you can say multiple things in a row. Just don't spam within, like, 5 seconds of each other. Your stuff will get deleted. Cake? Yeah, you know. Oh, Cake. This is Crystal. This is Crystal. Not the Dragon Crystal, the Cake Crystal, the one who you guys want me to ask out. You guys can talk about gaming. You guys can come over here to memes, share memes. Viper can show your art here. You guys want to talk about things in general. Look, I'm right here. I'm currently exiting. You can talk about gaming. You can have Monster Hunter discussions. Talk about everything Monster Hunter related. Or you can have Monster Hunter debate. You know how we do, what do you call it? You know how we talk about, like, versus matchups? We talk about other things? Right? Unusual join activity? What the fuck are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Can I not have anything? Why am I already getting unusual join activity? Why am I getting that? What are you guys doing? You guys better be... Need a lore channel and a drip channel? That's true. I do need that. I do need that. Okay. Well, hunters, that is it. Again, try not to spam. But that is it, hunters. I will be making an announcement about this on a community post, and maybe I'll even make like a 2-minute like thing, like a video. I probably won't actually show my community members on the video just to make it quick, but yeah, maybe. Did you make the link not expired spot? I did. I made sure that was the case, but here, maybe it didn't save? Did it not save? Here. No, never. Create a new link. Copy. Why, did it expire for you guys? Did it expire? It shouldn't expire. Here, let me unpin it. And then, here, let me paste this. Bam. I just said it right now, so this 100% shouldn't expire. What we doing in terms of mods? That's a good ass question. For just a little bit, I will be a mod. I mean, Viper, if you want to be an admin or a mod, you can let me know. This is your guys' Christmas gift, by the way. A little bit late. A little bit late. But this is your guys' Christmas gift. The Discord. Behave. Behave. Alright, hunters. I gotta leave. Like I genuinely do have to leave. Let me get mod. No. Beehive. Exactly. Christmas gift that we paid for? Nah. Nah. I mean, I didn't have to go live today, you know? But yeah, Christmas gift. I guess you did pay me to do it sooner. But still. Alright, hunters. That's gonna have to do it for today's stream. We are... What do you mean, nah? Can you transfer ownership? No. I mean, I guess technically I could, but I'm not going to. It's gonna have to do it. I do have to leave. I gotta finish up that Christmas video because the longer it's away from Christmas, the more people are gonna, I'm gonna get even more clowned in the comments. So... You guys are funny in the general chat. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Well, messy stream, but see y'all on Discord. I thought gnarly. You guys are fucking funny. Alright, see ya. Behave. Again, behave. I will ban you, motherfuckers. Don't test me. This is not like chat. Alright, chat, I'm way more lenient. In Discord, I will not be. Alright. With that being said, have a great day. I will see you guys most likely on Wednesday. Most likely. Most likely. If not, I'll put a community post. Or actually, I'll put an announcement. And also probably a community post. But, yeah.